What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be telling you some tips and tricks on how to get your car sponsored. Coming right up. What is going on, guys? Thank you for watching today's video. Today what we're going to be talking about is how to get your car sponsored. Now this is one of the most frequent questions that I get asked on my Instagram account mostly. I get a couple comments on here, but Instagram account gets blown up with questions of how do you get your first sponsor, how do you get your car sponsored. So I figured it'd be a great idea to do a video on how to do it, how I did it, and some tips and tricks for you guys. The first thing that we're gonna mention today is that you need to think about this before you actually apply for a sponsorship. So the companies you're reaching out to, they have plenty of customers that are already paying for products full price, not asking for any discounts, just paying straight up. They really shouldn't give anyone sponsorships, because if you think about it, if you had your own company and you're selling parts just fine, not having any problem selling parts at full price and everyone loves them, great, you're doing everything right. Why would you start giving stuff away for discounted prices or free? Like, there's no reason in that. Well, companies revolve around money. Everything in the company's mindset is, how can we generate more sales? How can we make more money? Well, they can do that by two things: promotion and exposure. So that's where you come into play. Now, what you need to do is find out, how can I be an asset? How can I create promotion and exposure for these companies? This is probably the toughest part of getting the sponsorship. Actually taking the time to sit down, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I good at? What can I bring to the table for other companies that I see a need for? So if you look at a company and you say, wow, they have a lot of Instagram followers and a lot of subscribers on YouTube, but their Twitter profile is really lacking. Well, I'm really good at Twitter. I can advertise there. That's your market. Or for me, like what I do with a lot of the companies that I reach out to, is I emphasize the fact that I actually track my car. There's not many people that do that. So when companies get a ton of emails, you know these guys are getting tons of emails asking about sponsorships. So when they're getting all these emails of, you know, Joe Blow and he wants a free exhaust system, and then they see one of my car that's a track car, well, that makes it stand out much more. And just off the bat, my car stands out. So find that thing about yourself or about your build that really makes it stand out from the crowd to get their initial grab on your email and why they should just take the time to read yours compared to the other 10 that they've received that day. Now they need to be sold on you, right? They have the initial grab, well, now it's time to lure them in a little bit more. So you need to be as cocky without being arrogant as possible in these emails. It's like getting a job interview. You're confident in yourself. You're not boasting or bragging, but you're telling it how it is. You're telling the truth about, this is everything I've done to my car. These are my accomplishments. This is why you should pick me over this guy, because I can provide you with this, 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 and this, and no one else can do that. You need to note when going into this that this is a partnership, not a sponsorship. Don't think about it that way. You need to think about it as both sides of the table going in together to find a happy medium. Most big companies, I could say all, but there is a few exceptions. Most big companies are not going to give you free parts. It's just not going to happen. They make too much money. They have no reason to give you free parts. So most of the time they won't do that. But they will give you a huge, huge discounted price. For the most part, I'd say it's probably safe to say you're getting around 50 to 70% off when you end up getting sponsorship price, which is a lot in the big picture of car parts. I mean, let's face it, car parts on average cost what? Maybe 600 bucks would be a fair price to say the average car part cost. That's probably about right. So if you're getting even 50% off that and you're paying $300, I mean, that's a no-brainer. What I'm getting at here is, don't be cheap when you're talking to these people. If they're nice enough to give you any discounted price on a part that you genuinely need and want, I mean, for the most part, you're gonna be buying the part regardless. So don't be cheapskating these people that are trying to hook you up. If you don't have the money in your bank account to outright buy the part, I would recommend you don't even waste that person's time, because let's say they do accept you for a sponsorship program, and then you hit them with the, hey, by the way, I don't even have the money, I was hoping you'd give it to me for free. Because that's just, one, gonna piss them off, two, you wasted their time, and they're probably never gonna give you a sponsorship opportunity ever again. So make sure that you're ready to jump on it once they give it to you, and don't waste anyone's time. Once you already complete that phase of getting through and they are now really engaged in your build and they want to become part of it, you want to make sure that your goals that you have, they're obtainable. You don't want to put things on there that are just outright bizarre, because let's face it, everyone has dreams and goals that they want to accomplish, but not everyone can actually obtain those goals. It's really hard, you know, to get this, what I'm driving right now, this was not easy. I seriously have put in so much time, effort, and money to get this to where it is, you know, and yes, I have had sponsors that have helped me along the way, but for the most part, it's been me doing this. And it's not that I'm being cocky about it, but I'm really damn proud of what I've built and what I've become. So you want to make that known to these sponsors. You want to let them know, hey, this is what I've accomplished, and have a whole list of everything, and build that trust, build that connection with them. That way when you say, I've done this and I want to accomplish this, they can see like, wow, well, this person has already done all of these amazing tasks that are hard to do on their own, and he's still pushing for more. Well, based off of his previous track record and how he's done with accomplishing these things, you let the product speak for itself. If someone were to look at the accomplishments that I've had with this car and then my future goals, I would say that they could look at it in confidence and say, this kid probably is gonna make that happen. If anyone's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. And that's something that you wanna make these people know, is that they can trust you with what you say you're gonna do. And every time that you do something, I mean, I've had my sponsors actually say to me, you know, based off of what I'm doing, they're like, dude, you actually did what you said you were gonna do months ago. Like, here's your reward from us, because you're really helping us out. You're doing everything. When you're doing these things, think about the companies that you're reaching out to and what they've done to get to where they are. Odds are they've been very professional with each and everything they've taken on. So when you reach out to them, you should be acting in the same manner. You want to make sure that you don't have any typos, you don't have any errors, you're just being as genuine, as professional, as marketable as possible, because that's what you want to do. To take notes of how they run their business, you want to look at their website and find little things that relate, because you don't want to hit up people and what you're going for is something entirely different than what they're searching for. You need to really find your target sponsorship companies, because a lot of companies, they just won't work out based off the style of your build. You know, for example, the companies that I hit up are a lot more track-oriented companies, and that's why they end up going through, because I have a track car and that's what they want to market their products towards. Now, if I were to hit up any, you know, high-end show wheel company for a sponsorship, it probably wouldn't go through, because they don't want their wheels to be put through the condition that my wheels are going to be put through. They might not be as durable. They might break while on track. So they don't want that to be on one of their cars, because then it falls on them and it makes them look bad. So you need to find a company that will work well with you. Something that I would really recommend that you do is make a PDF file where you have a bunch of photos of your car, you have your goals, your mod list, everything that you want to advertise about your car. Throw it on that PDF file. It just adds to that professionalism of it. And that way when a company actually receives an email with a full-blown, you know, ad, I mean, it looks much better, and the odds of them taking you more serious than the person that sent, you know, just a paragraph with a few photos attached to an email, you really want to take that next step and show them that you're putting out the extra effort to make this deal happen. Something really important that a lot of people end up missing out on is leave some contact info, because if you hit them up and then they don't have a way to reach back to you, then you're pretty much SOL on that one, and you're not getting any info back. So leave your address, leave an email, your name, phone number, everything that they could possibly need to get back to you. You also want to make sure that you include what you want, because if you hit them up and you say this great advertisement about yourself and they say, yeah, we want to do it, but we're either too busy to figure out a deal for you, or we don't even know what you want, dude, like we want to help you but we don't know what you want, sorry. Take the guesswork out of it for them. Make it as easy as possible for them to say, okay, we'll sponsor you, we'll give you this part that you already requested for this much % off. And that way, it's essentially in their court. There's nothing else that they need from you. They have their contact info, they have what products you want. Everything that you want to present to them is on the table, and it's up to them. And that's what you want to do. You want to put the ball in their court and give them the opportunity to respond to you easy, efficiently, and just have everything go smoothly. The last thing that I want to point out in today's video is just to be yourself. It sounds really simple, but when you're talking to these people, don't try and be someone you're not. Don't try and flex on anything. Don't try and act like you're better than you really are, because at the end of the day, we're all just car enthusiasts. We love our cars, we love modding them, and that's what we want to do. And if we can help out companies, then hey, great, I can help them out. But honestly, like, I'm gonna buy this stuff regardless. If they want to help me, they're helping because of who I am and what I'm doing. And that's awesome. If someone really cares that much about what I'm doing and they care about what I've built, like, that's so humbling to me for someone else to say, like, dude, we believe in you, we want to give you this. So just present yourself the best that you can, and I'm sure you are gonna do great, and they will love everything that you have to offer for them. Once you start pretending and faking, companies can read right through that BS. So don't even try that. Just be as genuine, as humble, as real as possible, and companies are gonna see that and they are gonna love it. Next thing you know, you're gonna be having parts showing up on your doorstep every day of the week, and your car is gonna be looking sick. And that is where we're gonna end today's video, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it and you got something out of it. If you did, leave a big old thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have content coming Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. so be sure to not miss any of it, and we'll see you in the next video, y'all. Be sure to work more and talk less. See ya.